Bienvenido a su programa Política entre Amigos. Aquí estamos, primero que nada, celebrando los resultados de las elecciones. Nos fue muy bien en todo el estado, nuestra gente participó de una manera más y más. El lema aquí siempre es, vote, vote, siempre vota, porque tu voz, tu voto es la fuerza de nuestra comunidad. Y estamos hoy aquí con el nuevo representante del Distrito 7, estuvimos hablando muchísimo de esta elección tan especial y el candidato escogido, el candidato que la verdad que es claro que este distrito necesitaba a alguien como esta persona y esa decisión la hace entre Dios y usted cuando vota. Y es el reverendo concejal Maynard Culpepper, nuestro amigo. Mayor, Councilor, we are so very happy. We had
good to be
made
here.
the promise that you would be coming, and we wanted to be a regular here because I know you've got a lot of initiatives and plans, and we'll make sure we'll be here voicing it and sharing and celebrating with you. First of all, congratulations, and if you would like to say some words to those folks that with help of the Lord, as you
That's
said
right,
before,
I know.
and their vote, that's how you got where you are.
I know. No,
God knows this district needs that good representation.
Gracias, 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 gracias. Thank you so much, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be sitting here tonight. So I wanted to just come back to say to everyone, even if you didn't vote for me, those of you that donated, those of you that stood on the corners, held signs for me, those of you that stood at the polls for me, gracias, gracias, because you made it happen. So I just want to thank you for being involved. The support was amazing. Now look, I promised when I came here last time that I was going to go to City Hall, that I was going to fight for you, that I was going to bring resources to your community. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to fight for you. I also want you to tell me what you want me to do. You got to tell me. We're having a listening session January 29th at the Shelbourne Center. We're having a listening session February 5th at the Hope Building on Dudley Street. Come to the listening session. I just want to listen to you. I want to listen to what you need me to do. So February 5th at the Hope Building on Dudley Street, come on down. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you want me to do. And based on what you want me to do, I'll go to City Hall and I'll fight for you to make sure that you participate in all the fruits, all the good things that are happening in the city. I want you to participate too.
Yeah, and Councilor, now that we have the assignments, you'll be sharing a very important committee, and also the main thing is that you will be making sure that the budget also reflects what the community needs and so on. And now people understand that the City Council has a lot to say. It's not just, saying yes or no, but there's the legislative branch is also a very strong participant in the budgets. You want to first say about your committee?
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
The budget,
yes.
I know you're ready for that.
Well, I was assigned the Civil Rights Committee. The Civil Rights Committee, and under the jurisdiction of the Civil Rights Committee is immigration. And so I want to make sure that immigrants are treated fairly, that they participate, they have what we call equal access from the Civil Rights Committee. And one of the things that I want to do, I want to look at the city. The jurisdiction I have is statewide, and I also want to look at the federal laws, the Constitution, to make sure that everyone is being treated equally according to the U.S. Constitution. We have jurisdiction over the state law, so I'm going to look across the state. I want to look to see how folks are being treated, especially those that have traditionally been denied, excluded from participating in all the good things that are happening in the jobs. I want to make sure folks have access to jobs. I want to make sure that folks have access to good education. And we're looking at the Boston public school system. I want to make sure that folks have access across the board, just like everyone else does. And so I'm going to be looking real close at how everyone is being treated. And remember, February 5th, I want to make sure I hear from you at that listening session. I can then go to City Hall. I can look at what's happening from the Civil Rights Committee, Civil Rights Protector, to make sure that your rights are being protected. Not only are they being protected, but I'm going to fight for your rights to make sure that you have equal access, equal opportunity, equal employment, just like everyone else does.
Well, that is a key committee, as you said, for especially these times that we're living in.
Yes, absolutely.
And we see the partnership. Luckily here we have from the governor and the legislature and definitely in city council and the mayor, they understand that what makes America great is that great diversity. It's what makes this city and our country the pluribus unum. And we see things now that are so wrong. There's no respect for the house of worship, courts, people are complying with the law, and we know the immigrants and people that have come here over the years, they contribute greatly. And
Absolutely, absolutely,
so many communities.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact, what would we do without them?
That's right.
When you really think about the assets that the immigrants bring to our community, to our city, to our state, to our country across the board, without immigrants, where would we be? And so we always have to, well, we still got to fight to make sure they have equal access. We still got to fight. Racism is not over. Racism is alive and well. And so from the Civil Rights Committee, Juan, we want to make sure that we look at every department across the city. We're going to look at departments across the state. And then some people are going to say, well, he shouldn't be doing that. He shouldn't be doing that. Yes, I should. That's what I've been called to do by the people. That's why people elected me, because they want me to look where no one else wants to look, where no one else wants to talk about. I want to look at the rights that folks are having that are not participating. I want to look at the rights that folks have to a fair job, to employment. I want to look at the rights that folks have to go to the best school that they want for their children. So it's across the board. It's not just limited to Boston. The jurisdiction for the Civil Rights Committee is across the state. It deals with the federal laws, the Constitution. I want to look at all of that.
Well, and you have some experience. You work with federal government, and you work with a lot of the folks that were at your event there, you know, ecumenical leaders from Jewish community, different communities, and your district is such a diverse and historic district.
Yes, yes.
And you know, you have the fruit here. You know, you got the Cape Verdean community, you have Haitian, you have Muslims, you got all the whole scope. And you've seen all the great things that have been accomplished historically.
Right.
So you've got that historical know-how.
Absolutely.
And the other thing is, you will be coming in with a budget, with a vote, and making sure that the dollars that I spend are going in, and making sure that there's equity in that. And then, because there's a lot of things happening. This district here is in a geographical location that is right in the crossroads
of the city. Absolutely.
Great, close to a lot of the development that is happening. Make sure that all boats are lifted here, and that everybody continues to benefit in a very significant way, and that there is equity and inclusion.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. Even though the federal government is doing away with DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, we're going to look at the impact that it's having here on the state. We're going to look at what ICE is doing from a civil rights perspective. We're going to look at housing from a civil rights perspective, because here's what's interesting. If you remember, during the campaign, I talked about, as a regional counsel for the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, how I had to sue the city of Boston and the Boston Housing Authority for discriminating against the tenants that lived in South Boston in the McCormick Housing Project, for discriminating against the tenants that live in Charlestown. And many of them were Hispanic. They weren't all black. They weren't all Cape Verde. They weren't all Jamaican. Like you said, there's a diverse population that's living in public housing. I'm the one that filed the suit. We now have what we call a civil rights protection plan. So that means everybody in public housing, you have the protection of the civil rights. You've got the protection across the board, just like everyone else does. And here's what happened when we created that civil rights protection plan. It went viral all across the country. Housing authorities all across the country wanted a copy of that civil rights protection plan because they saw how it protected the rights of all of those that lived in public housing. I fought for everyone then. I plan to fight for everyone now. I plan to make sure that everyone's rights are being protected, and where they aren't, we'll come up with solutions to them. We'll come up with different ways to make sure that everyone participates on an equitable basis.
Yeah. I think what you said about, in public housing and what Boston does has tremendous impact. Everybody looks at Boston. We are a city of first, in fair housing and so on.
Yeah.
And you have this wealth of experience, and that you've worked with federal, state, and so on, and you know how you bring it to the community, and that's where you get the energy to do it. And now you are in a position where our city is going to decide how we spend our treasure here. And our city, luckily, we are in a very good position financially. We have good rating, better than the federal government, better, and also we have industries in technology and all of the new jobs of the future. They're highly represented here. And I was very impressed when we were going to be playing some of the folks that were at his celebration. Let me tell you, that was a broad scope of people from all over, but I was very impressed by the young people, and a lot of the young folks from the district that said, I'm an attorney, I'm doing this, and I was inspired by you. Many of them mentioned you personally, so you've been doing that work. So making sure that young people, and you've made emphasis on having the youth present and active, we got to make sure that they are part of this whole listening and doing.
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
Tell us some of the ideas on that.
In fact, Juan, I wouldn't have been elected without the young folks. I'm serious. I would not have been elected with some of the young Hispanic folks that worked on my campaign. These are high school students that worked on my campaign. And when I look at the students and how involved they were in my campaign, one of the things that students said before they started working, they said, we want to meet with you, we're going to talk about what you want to do. And they asked me to make sure, they asked me to promise that I would set up a youth advisory committee. So I'm in the process now of setting up a youth advisory committee so that the young folks, and if you remember at the celebration a couple of weeks ago, the master of ceremonies were who? 2 young folks that led the entire program, because I want them to make sure that they are part of everything I do. I want them to understand that they might be young, but they're just as much a leader as everyone else. They did a great job. And so I want to set up that youth advisory council. When I look at some of the young folks that worked in the campaign, we were on Faiston Street passing out literature. 2 young men, one Hispanic, one Jamaican. They knocked at the door. They had the literature. The young Jamaican kid didn't know what to do. The Hispanic kid, he started talking to that lady right? He gave her the literature. She took the literature. When he finished speaking to her, she said, yes, I'm going to vote for Mr. Culpepper. That's the impact that they had on this campaign. That's the impact that they had on me getting elected. And so I want to make sure they're involved in everything I do so that as they grow older, they're already involved. They don't have to worry about being locked out. The doors are already open for them. And if you open the doors for those young folks, they'll open the doors for other young folks. I want to make sure that they're part of everything I do. Right in the middle of it, in the part of the decision making. I want them this summer, I want to make sure that all the young folks that are looking for summer jobs have summer jobs. We know that the mayor has asked each department to decrease their budget by 2%. So we know there's going to be a tightening of the belt. We know that there are some things that we're going to have to fight for. Even now, we know that whenever you cut the budget by 2%, something's got to be left out. So we have to make sure that the budget reflects the community, the needs of the community, and the desires of the community. Just the way you talked about, you got to look at the community. What does the community need? That's what the budget has to reflect, the needs of the community.
That's why we're going to make sure that we put in our pages the listening sessions, because those are very important, and also these initiatives. Later on, it's actually to this show, we're going to play a lot of those young, inspired people, and you'll be so amazed at the leadership that a lot of these young people that are actually leading all kinds of initiatives. And many of them have mentioned of various ages, because everybody, you know, you still have that stamina and that strength, but they were inspired by you. Like I said, attorneys, different folks that are making sure now they're part of the development and all kinds of initiatives. And we here in the state of the city and the mayor, that there's a commitment to make sure that we invest in our youth and our education. And I know you'll be championing that. So as far as the budget, you'll also, in this listening session, you'll be taking recommendations.
Absolutely,
from,
absolutely.
You know, because you're going to be involved in talking to all those departments.
That's right.
This is the time that you can make a tremendous impact.
That's right. That's right.
You can say, hey, no cuts here, this, and so.
Absolutely.
What are some of the initial inclinations that you have?
So one of the things that we really, and so we're putting in what we call resolutions next week, next Wednesday. We're going to have the council. I'll make my first maiden speech.
Yep.
So anyone that wants to come down to the council next Wednesday, come down to the city council. You can hear me make my maiden speech. That means that's the first speech that I'll give on the city council floor before everyone that's watching. Come on down. And one of the things that I think we really need to do, one of the things I'm going to do, I'm going to do a hearing. It may take a while, and I'm going to issue a report on the state of civil rights in the city of Boston. There's been a lot of discussion about what's going on with civil rights in the city of Boston, a lot of allegations, a lot of complaints. Well, we want to look at exactly what's happening in the city of Boston, and then we want to issue a report based on what we hear from folks, based on what we see. We want to issue a report on the state of civil rights in the city of Boston, and then we want to come up with some recommendations.
And what a city to do that. You know, this is the city where Dr. Martin Luther King went to BU, and he got a lot of the preparation. I mean, he had all that talent, and he met his lovely wife here. And from not being allowed to speak in the schools, we now have the embrace in the Boston Common. And so this is so exciting, you know, that you'll be embarking. I want to say, first of all, that maiden speech, that's when you set out on your main topic and you speak for the first time in the chamber, and it will be wonderful. I am going to be there, as I know I will enjoy it tremendously. But I want to congratulate you, because you already, in the inauguration, coming in, you were the senior person in the whole council. So you got to share
That's right,
the
that's
city council and open it on this very historic occasion. And by the way, you did a very presidential job there. You did a wonderful, and you were able to maneuver as going back and speaking and so on. And now you'll do your maiden speech. But what experience was that? I really coming in and saying, "Hey, I'm going to be the first meeting," and you got that gavel, and it looked like you know exactly what to do. So tell us about that experience.
No, it was a great experience. I think presiding over the council, presiding over the election, we're disappointed that Brian Wowell didn't get elected president of the city council. But when you look at a democracy, it doesn't always go your way. The thing that we tried to do when I was presiding over the city council, number one, I wanted to make sure everyone had their say. So each council member was given 10 minutes. Some talked a little bit longer. I didn't cut them off. I let them keep talking. And I wanted to make sure that this election, no matter how it came out, that everyone said that it was conducted and it was managed well and fairly. And I think that's what people were saying, that it was conducted very well. No, I had never done it before, but I think, Juan, just like you, the different experiences that we go in life, because we already have so much experience, we can step into different roles, not having done them before, and still manage it in a way that it's fair, that it's equitable, and that everyone gets a chance to have their say. That was my goal, to make sure that it was fair, equitable, and that all the councilors had their say in the nomination process.
Yep, well, and it was done by the book, so there are rules that have been set up for a long time, and the process took its course as it has in many, many past elections and so on. And I must say, we have a council that has been making a lot of progress, and it looks like everybody has come and say, we're going to work together and make sure that in this process of the budget, and you see that from the executive branch and the legislative branch, and we're fortunate to have the councilors that we have, the at-large and each district, and so I'm looking forward to seeing all the dynamics, and it seems that in the selections of the chairs, and all that has been said already, that the council president is intentional and very committed to making sure that everybody's voice is heard. Plus, the folks that we have there are going to make sure that the district voices are heard, because we have people that will stand up and fight for what is right. And you definitely will be one of them that will be in the vanguard of that.
No, you're absolutely right. And I think part of our responsibility is when we go to the council is that we must have an independent voice, the voice of our people, because folks voted for us so that we could go and represent them. And so we have no choice. We've got to make sure that it's fair. We've got to make sure that our folks are represented. We've got to make sure that their voices are heard. We've got to make sure that they have opportunities to participate. We've got to make sure that across the board, that employment is equitable. Across the board, education is equitable. Across the board, participating at all levels in government is equitable. That's what I'm going to the city council to fight to make sure happens.
Yeah, the other thing is this district in particular, of course, every district and every part of Boston, I love this city. It's unbelievable. I chose this city after my family moving around, and as we were talking earlier, all my kids were born here and my grandchildren and so on, and Boston is my home. And this district in particular, historic, it's got tremendous economic potential and has done so much throughout history. We got to make sure that the folks that live in the district are also able to participate in all the things that we have. We have arguably the best universities, the best hospitals, some of the best companies as far as technology and so on. We got to make sure that all our children participate and are able to take advantage of
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we do. No, we do have, not arguably, we do have
Yes,
the
we
best colleges and the best universities
Yes, we do.
here.
Yes.
We do have the best hospitals. We have folks being flown from around the world to come to our hospitals in Boston.
That's right.
Because these are the best hospitals in the world. So we know we've got the best, but we also know that we can't be part of the rest, that we got to be right involved in front, part of what happens, and the whole educational system. That's another discussion we're going to have, because we've got to make sure that our young folks have access. If they don't have access, they're not going to do well and succeed. So it's our job to make sure that young folks have access to, whether it's Boston University, whether it's Northeastern, whether it's Emerson, whether it's Harvard, whether it's Boston College, whether it's Suffolk University, whether it's New England University, whether it's Emerson, whether it's Simmons, whether it's Emmanuel. When you look at all the colleges here, we've got to make sure that they're all equitable, that all of our young folks have the same opportunity that all the other students have to go to those universities and to take care of the great education that Boston provides to students that come from all over the world. The students here need to be able to participate and must have the same opportunities, the same access that students across the world have.
Councilor Culpepper, we are so happy, and we're going to be always partnering with you, making sure that we'll be spreading the word about these listening sessions and all of the initiatives that you'll have. We hope you'll be a regular visitor here and share it and bring along some of those folks that you'll be partnering with.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And we are fortunate because in the studio, we are in this district, in your district, and this is an amazing place. It's got a lot of attention, a lot of work. And we will be listening to a lot of those, so thank you so
Juan.
much.
Thank you. No, thank
and
you.
we're looking
Thank you.
forward, like you got tremendous coverage all around in the media in general. Everybody's so excited, but Hispanic radio and the newspapers and so on. And because you've got that. You're a communicator and somebody that brings people together. And we're very proud to be working with you, and we're here for you. And I know you will be there for all of us.
Absolutely.
Nuestro amigo, el concejal del Distrito 7, Maynard Culpepper. Nuestro amigo. Así que hay que apoyarlo y lo mejor está por venir. The best is yet to come.
Thank you, thank you.
Regresamos en un minuto con su programa Política entre Amigos.
I'm honored to be here to support Reverend Culpepper. He became the new city councilor. I know he's going to do an outstanding job. He's a great leader. He has provided exceptional leadership in the city for so many years. And I'm really looking forward to working with him because I know his integrity, his ethics, the way he works with people. He treats everyone with respect and dignity. And that's what this city is all about, is helping people, supporting each other, being there for each other. Reverend Culpepper knows that Boston works best when we work together.
I just want to congratulate Councilor Culpepper. We're excited for all the work you're going to do for Roxbury and for Boston, and we appreciate your commitment to your neighborhood.
I'm here to offer my congratulations to Maynard Culpepper for an amazing campaign. I'm glad that I could help in elevating him into the position of Boston City Council. I look forward to all the amazing things that he's going to do for District 7, and anything that we can do at the Urban Heat, we absolutely offer our services to Brother Culpepper.
I thank God for this election, to see Pastor Culpepper come into this position as the District 7 City Councilor. Congratulate him on the work that's ahead of him and the work he's already done in terms of campaigning. I think he'll do a great job. They need a stabilizing force in District 7, and we pray that God will bless him as he works with the City Council to move District 7 forward, because as District 7 moves forward, then that's help to strengthen the community, and the community helps to strengthen the city, on and on. So I'm thankful to God for allowing him to be in that position of leading District 7 and the Boston City Council. Congratulations to Pastor Minyard Culpepper.
Tengo un family child care aquí en la ciudad de Boston. Este es mi primer voto y estoy feliz porque la elección del señor Culpepper, deseándole un excelente mandato. Y estoy aquí sumamente emocionada porque estamos aquí celebrando a nuestro nuevo colega, a Culpepper, y para que ustedes vean que todo el mundo está aquí celebrando este gran comienzo en el Consejo. Yo le deseo a él que él nunca se olvide a quien él viene a representar, y ese es el pueblo y la comunidad del Distrito 7. So yo le deseo a él mucho éxito, pero también lo voy a estar pendiente para asegurarme que no se olvide a quien él viene a representar.
And I'm really excited and happy that Mr. Culpepper has made it as District 7 City Councilor. I wish you all the best. This event tonight is showing that there is a whirlwind of support for you, and I'm excited for what's next.
Estoy muy orgulloso de todo el trabajo que hicimos como equipo, y ahora es un gran momento para todos unirnos como latinos, afroamericanos y de todos los otros grupos para tener un Distrito 7 unido que una a todas las comunidades. So I'm Samuel Hurtado, and I'm here to celebrate with Minyard Culpepper, our new city councilor. I am very excited that we will be able to bring all of us together, from Latinos, African Americans, and other groups, and every community in District 7 to make a very strong District 7. So I look forward to continuing our work that we were doing during the campaign, and now him as a city councilor.
Felicitarle a Culpepper por la ganancia, que él ganó la elección, y también que estoy muy orgulloso para ver en qué dirección va a llevar el distrito, y también para ver cómo puedo ayudar y también cómo puedo trabajar con él en el futuro.
Y yo quiero decir felicidades, Reverend Minyard Culpepper. Look forward to working with you, and can't wait to have you on the council. Appreciate it. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Mara Hannigan. I'm the clerk of the criminal court, and I am honored to be here to congratulate Councilor Reverend Culpepper. I am so thrilled for him. I remember the first time I was elected to the city council and how honored and grateful I was. So I wanted to be here to offer my support and any help that I can give him in any capacity. And it's just so exciting to see that he has taken office and begin the good work of the City Council.
And I first and foremost want to say congratulations to Reverend Minyard Culpepper for his win. We are so excited to see the work that he will continue to do, and anything that he needs from us, from the community, I'm all there for him. Thank you so much for your service, and we look forward to all of the endeavors you will do for us.
Hey everybody, I'm State Senator Liz Miranda, aka Roxbury Lizzie. I've been in the legislature for 8 years, and I'm super excited to be joining my colleague, the Reverend Minyard Culpepper, in his new position as a person born and raised in this community, and someone who represents the entirety of the Roxbury community and a little bit of the South End and Fenway. It's incredibly important that I work in close partnership with the District City Councilor closely, and I'm super excited to be a part of this movement.
Much congratulations to Reverend Minyard Culpepper. Some people might say this is the start of his service, but he's been decades and decades of service for the community. I worked with him and his church on anti-violence and youth support work. many, in past years. So I know he's been at it. He brings a lot of experience to this, and the district is lucky to have him, and he's lucky to have the district behind him. So congratulations, Reverend Culpepper. I and many others, so many others, look forward to working with you to make District 7 in the city of Boston all that it needs to be. Thank you.
Reverend Culpepper, Councilor Culpepper, congratulations. It is an honor of my lifetime to serve as your Chief of Staff. When you gave me my assignment, you said very clearly we want to build a high-performing, policy-driven, and constituent-loving team, and it's been my honor to stand by your side as we bring that together. Congratulations again, and we'll see you in town.
Congratulations, Reverend Minyard Culpepper. Been my pastor for over 20 years. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being such a wonderful pastor. I know you're going to be a wonderful city council. Go Boston. We got a good city council. Everybody support him. God keep blessing him. Continue following his steps. And thanks for having Tasty Shea Soul Food as your caterer for your special day. Congratulations again. God bless.
Congratulations to Councilor Culpepper / the Rev / Attorney Culpepper, the man who wears all the hats in Roxbury, I guess. But I didn't know Minyard personally until this campaign went on, but I knew of him, and I'm very excited to have him now represent my district on the city council, and I'm here to do whatever I can do to help and support you on this journey. Congratulations again, Councilor Culpepper.
Councilor Culpepper, Dave Reno of the gallery at the Piano Factory. Now comes the hard part. I wish us great success and looking forward to you for my 2 suggestions about about an organization for voters, for voting people, and also this a council of scientific services. Now comes the hard part. Let's go.
Councilor Culpepper on his victory, and I hope that he just lights everything on fire and make us proud. So congratulations, and we hope to see you do wonderful things.
Councilor Minyard Culpepper is not only a great councilor for this district, he's also a close family friend. And I am very excited and very enthusiastic of having him here because this is the district that raised me to be an attorney. So with District Councilor Minyard Culpepper, I am even more enthusiastic about coming back to this district and providing my services and supporting the district and Councilor Minyard Culpepper the best way I can do it.
My company is Conan Harris & Associates. I'm the CEO of Conan Harris & Associates. I also wear another hat. I represent the beautiful Harris Presley household for our Congresswoman Ayanna Presley. Congratulations, Reverend Councilor Culpepper, on winning and being our District 7 City Councilor. I'm proud of you, brother. I support you, brother. If you need me, you know I'm a phone call away. I pray for you. I know you got this. Continue to do great work.
Congratulations, Councilor. I'm very proud to be your constituent. My name is Carol Blair. I'm president of Chester Square Neighbors, which is bisected by Massachusetts Avenue, and we need leadership like yours to bring our community together. I really appreciate that you understand that it's about the work. It's not about who's in charge. It's about the work.
My name is Milana Guerriere, and I'm from the District 7 as a marketing professional. I want to wish Minyard Culpepper, Councilor, congratulations. You have amazing work ahead of you and a supportive community behind you.
And I served as Minyard Culpepper's campaign chair, and boy did we have a great time, and I'm glad to see so many folks out tonight. This is truly a community event. event, and the right man has been chosen for the job, and we're here for the long run.
Here to celebrate Councilor Culpepper. Congratulations on your election to the Boston City Council. Your leadership in the community goes back many decades. Your experience and knowledge in housing and also standing up for civil rights is going to be very much needed on the Boston City Council in the year 2026 when the federal administration is attacking everything from DEI, money that goes into critical resources that our community benefits from. So I'm looking forward to working alongside you to make sure that we deliver for our community and help push Boston forward. Congratulations again, and let's get to work.
It's an honor for me to be here today in District 7, in the heart of District 7 in Roxbury, to not only be with community, but also to celebrate and to support our next District 7 City Council member, Attorney Minyard Culpepper. I think it's very important that, in today's climate, in our country, that, we support Mr. Culpepper, we unite behind him, because he not only brings a wealth of experience, he's also, from the district. He has done a lot of wonderful work as an attorney, also as a public servant, whether it's working as a reverend. I just want to, send a congratulations to him and his team. We're here to support him. Wonderful, beautiful night, fully, packed room. Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
I've known Reverend Councilor Culpepper now, new name, for decades. And I'm really appreciative of the fact that looking forward to him serving the community of Roxbury and District 7. Again, because of his background with housing, HUD, and now with and as well with the Lord. I appreciate the fact that he's bringing those combined skills to Roxbury to serve us as community. Again, as we've worked quietly and otherwise to see the fruition of this dream. We look now forward to see what the future will hold for us under the leadership of Reverend Dr. Minyard Culpepper, City Councilor.
I'm an old-time friend to Culpepper. We're also English High School alumni, and I just want to say congratulations to Reverend / Councilman Minyard Culpepper. And I'm looking forward to helping you from here on in. And we all love you.
And my mom just passed away last year, and she was a big fan of Reverend Culpepper. I just want to give my congratulations to him. I look forward to him working with the community. I look forward to his integrity that he has, that he brings to the community as a community person. I know him firsthand because I live in that community as well, where the church is located. So, like I said, I just look forward to seeing what ideas he brings to the community and how he can become an asset to all of us around. And this is going to be interesting with him juggling being a minister and a politician at the same time.
I just wanted to say congratulations to District 7 Councilor Culpepper. This was an historic win. We are so glad to see him on the City Council, and we wish nothing but great things for him in the years to come.
I was part of Minyard's team to put this together and celebrate him being a D7 counselor, and I'm also in D7, so I was very happy that he won. And Minyard, congratulations, and I know you're going to do great work, and we're here to support you and hope that we can do a lot together.
I just want to congratulate Council Member Culpepper on his fantastic win. The Mary J. Harris Foundation looks forward to working with you to bring Boston healthcare equity, quality healthcare access to our residents.
Así que le deseamos mucho éxito al nuevo concejal de Boston.
State Representative China Tyler representing the 7th Suffolk District at the State House on Beacon Hill, and I'm here to wish Minyard Culpepper a very happy congratulations on your success being the next District 7 City Councilor. I look forward to working with you for many, many years, particularly on the most controversial topics, because you definitely have what it takes to be a leader down at the City Hall. So thank you so much again for having me, and I'm really happy to be working with you over the next many years.
Hi everyone, my name is George Chip Greenwich, and I'm so glad to be here to see Minyard Culpepper as our District 7 City Councilor. I've known Minyard for years, and he's always been in the community, always making sure that people heard people, listened to people, and made sure he acted for people. So today is a celebration, and myself with Greatest Minds, the nonprofit that I run, which is in this district, we're so excited, and we're here to help, and we can't wait to build a new generation. Let's do it.
And what a celebration we had today. I mean, we had a celebration. And the good thing about today is everyone was here from District 7. White, black, Cape Verdean, Hispanic, Haitian, Jewish, everybody was here. What a great celebration. I thank God for Juan and all that he's been doing, all that he has done. Thank God for everyone working with Juan. And let me just say this. District 7, this is not the same District 7. This is a big District 7. When you celebrate like this, you're off to a great start. God bless everyone. Gracias. Thank you for all that you've done. Now it's time for us to get to work to rebuild District 7.
Ok, hoy es un día tremendo, ya ustedes vieron, tenemos un nuevo concejal en el Distrito 7, ya en semanas estuvimos celebrando el resultado de la elección. Queremos felicitar a todos los concejales que ganaron su reelección en la ciudad, en los de at large quedaron los 4 incumbentes, y de los otros distritos también se reeligieron los que estaban trabajando estos últimos 2 años, y el nuevo concejal del Distrito 7, como ustedes pueden ver, alguien que tiene experiencia y que promete mucho para este distrito que tantas dificultades ha tenido en el pasado reciente. Y hay una gran cantidad de hispanos, de latinos en ese distrito, pero es un distrito muy diverso, tiene representaciones de todas las religiones y nacionalidades, que es lo que hace esta ciudad grande. Queremos hacer un retoque de cosas que están pasando. Obviamente lo que está pasando internacionalmente es alarmante, tenemos que seguir orando. Ahí vimos las preocupaciones que tiene el mundo cuando estaban en Europa hablando de que si se rompe esa amistad que ha existido entre Canadá, los países europeos, todos los países que han tenido democracia y sirviendo el mundo de básicamente donde existen ese tipo de elecciones y diferentes cosas, y el OTAN, en NATO, y vemos cosas que son muy preocupantes, y especialmente en lo que está pasando nacionalmente, donde vemos nuestra gente, que sabemos de que nuestras inmigrantes de todos los países que han venido, la gran mayoría, gran mayoría, son gente buena y trabajadora. Es más, hay evidencia clara, estudios que se han hecho, de que personas no inmigrantes cometen más crímenes que personas inmigrantes. Lo otro mito es de que estas personas que vienen, que están utilizando servicios, etcétera. Hemos escuchado cosas horribles, que es una cosa que es inventada o creada. La verdad es que toda esta gente han trabajado y trabajan, esa persona con sus TPS, y personas que se le han dado el chance aquí de poder participar. Usted puede ver en cualquier barrio, en cualquier ciudad, en las contribuciones que han hecho, especialmente nuestra gente que estamos aquí desde el principio de esta nación, desde que fue fundada. Es más, se habló español mucho antes que se hablara otro idioma de extranjero. Y vemos que ahora ni las personas nativas están seguras porque han arrestado personas que son de tribus de nativos aquí, que son los originales, y porque son un poquito oscuros, lo confunden, y es una cosa triste, pero ahora están cogiendo personas sin ninguna causa, sin ningún derecho legal, como debe ser este país, seguir la Constitución y seguir la ley, y estas personas llegan enmascarados porque tienen pena de enseñar quiénes son, supuestamente tienen miedo de estas personas. Eso no se había visto. Nosotros hemos visto que arrestan personas por ser criminales violentos, matones, de gangas, de mafias, de cosas increíbles, y los policías no se tienen que estar tapando la cara, pero vemos que no se deben sentir muy orgullosos mucho de lo que están haciendo, especialmente que la gran mayoría de personas que están arrestando o tienen en pánico en sus casas son gente trabajadora, gente que contribuyen. Por ejemplo, gente que tiene su TPS, sabemos que esas personas han tenido que reportarse regularmente, pagar un dinero para hacer este reporte, que le den sus extensiones, y tienen que probar de que no son cargos de público. Así que si alguien ha sido chequeado, esa gente, y los otros sabemos lo que han contribuido. Vaya a cualquier barrio, en Boston vamos a hablar, o en nuestro estado aquí, en Lynn, en cualquier lado, en East Boston, en Jamaica Plain, en Mission Hill, en cualquier lado, para que usted vea la cantidad de negocios que ha abierto por esta gente trabajadora y digna, ¿ok? Y vemos en las escuelas, y esto siempre ha sido así, nuestra gente son parte de lo que hace este país grande, siempre lo hemos sido. Estamos en un país que está nombrado desde la Florida hasta California, y siempre recordamos eso. Esa es la auténtica verdad de la historia de este país, y nosotros siempre hemos estado aquí. Nosotros amamos a los Estados Unidos de América por esas oportunidades y por esos derechos, y tiene que seguir así. Hay que hacerle frente a esas cosas. Localmente estamos bendecidos, como vimos, tenemos un City Council que ha estado en la vanguardia defendiendo los derechos y asegurándose de que a nuestra gente de lo más posible se protejan y tengan facilidad de comunicarse con su departamento de policía y otros departamentos. Obviamente es muy fácil decir eso, y entonces sabemos que también hay oficiales que están trabajando y mirando y no cumpliendo con los reglamentos que se deben de cumplir, que eso es lo que hace que sea un poquito diferente a muchos de estos países que viene nuestra gente, que tristemente es porque hay muchos gobiernos corruptos de derecha y de izquierda que causan de que una tierra tan fértil y tan productiva y con tantas cosas bellas, que la gente no tengan la posibilidad de vivir en tranquilidad, y hay mucho abuso en esos lugares, y eso es algo que siempre hablamos de eso, y esperamos que siga mejorando con democracia, porque tenemos una gente productiva y buena siempre. Así que yo siempre, no hay nadie mejor que nosotros, y nosotros no somos mejor que nadie, pero nosotros aportamos y siempre lo hemos hecho. Queremos decir y vamos a tener unos programas muy especiales. Quiero felicitar a Lidia Edwards, que ha puesto unas legislaciones para asegurarse de que se cumplan ciertas leyes, esos hombres enmascarados, haciendo lo que le da, y entrando en lugares religiosos, en las cortes, cuando la gente está tratando de cumplir y le pasan cosas desagradables a niveles increíbles. Lo otro es Ayanna Pressley, también ha dado tremendo discurso y está en la vanguardia de muchas cosas, y también vamos a tenerlo. Y también queremos felicitar a la alcaldesa Michelle Wu, que obviamente está en la vanguardia, especialmente ahora en el presupuesto, asegurándose que nuestros jóvenes tengan oportunidad y defendiendo en todos los departamentos, especialmente los departamentos de seguridad, que personas se sientan sanas y salvas en esta ciudad. También queremos felicitar a la gobernadora Maura Healey, que va a aspirar para su reelección. Y aquí es una gran amiga y sabemos que ella ha estado en la vanguardia, incluyendo también a la teniente gobernador Kim Driscoll, que también ese equipo es un equipo muy fantástico y en estos tiempos difíciles han estado haciendo cosas que mantienen este estado a flote y lo correcto en cuestión de salud, en cuestión de alimentos y muchas de las cosas que hemos pasado este año de incertidumbre. También vamos a estar cubriendo en las próximas semanas la elección que viene ahora de senador. Sabemos que el senador Markey, que está corriendo para elección, y ya se han declarado otros candidatos, y obviamente el congresista Moulton es el más poderoso entre ellos, y eso promete que va a ser una elección interesante, y todas esas cosas aquí las vamos a tener en persona para que usted lo escuche, y siempre le recordamos, vote, vote, siempre vote. Esa es la manera de hacer la diferencia. Así es como nos podemos asegurar de que las personas correctas estén en las posiciones donde se hacen las decisiones. Y seguimos asegurándonos de que este país que tanto amamos, que es el mejor en cuestión de oportunidad de participación, eso se ve con todas las personas electas a través de todos los estados, a través de la historia, de todos los países, de todas las religiones. Este es el único lugar donde se da eso. Pero hay que protegerlo porque estamos muy oscuros, cosas que están pasando, y si uno no está activo en esas cosas, cuando hay un vacuum, lo pueden llenar fuerzas de la oscuridad. So hay que poner atención, y ahora más que nunca asegúrese de estar activo, activa, para proteger el presente y el futuro de nuestra gente, sintiéndonos orgullosos de nuestra hispanidad, del latino, de todo lo que hace esa divina mezcla. Que viva lo nuestro, y muchas gracias y bendiciones para todos, y esperamos que compartan con nosotros este año, y le deseamos todo lo mejor y mucho éxito. Bendiciones.